Hallelujah, 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 praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah, 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 praise ye the Lord. Praise ye the Lord, hallelujah, praise ye the Lord, hallelujah, praise ye the Lord, hallelujah, praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah, 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 praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah, 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 praise ye the Lord.
The Pineapple Story. My family and I worked with these people way back in the bush. One day, I decided that I was going to bring in some pineapples. The people had heard of pineapples. They had tasted pineapples, but they didn't have any source to get them. So, I got them from another mission station. I got about 100 plants. Then I got one of the local men to work for me. He planted all of these pineapple shoots for me. I paid him, of course. I paid him salt or whatever he wanted for the day's works. It seemed to take awfully long for those little shoots of pineapple to become big bushes and finally yield pineapples. It took about 3 years. 3 long years. Back in the jungle, you long for fresh fruit. You don't get much fresh fruits and vegetables. So finally that year, we could see fresh pineapples coming on. And we were just waiting for Christmas time because that is when the pineapples were ripe. When Christmas finally came, my wife and I would go for walks to see if any pineapples were ripe enough to eat. Finally, when they got ripe, we didn't get a single one of them. The natives stole every one. They stole them before they were ripe. That is their art. Steal it before it is ripe, or the owner gets it. Here I am, a missionary, getting mad at these people. Missionaries aren't supposed to get mad. You all know that. But I got angry. I said, "Look, you guys, I've been waiting for these pineapples for 3 years. I didn't get any of them. Now, there are others getting ripe. If any more of these pineapples are stolen, no more medical clinic for you." My wife was running a medical clinic. She was giving them all of their medicine for free. They didn't have anything to pay. We were knocking ourselves out trying to help these people, taking care of their sick, saving the lives of their babies. One by one, the pineapples got ripe, and one by one, they were stolen. So I felt I had to stand my ground with these people. I couldn't just let them run over me. But that was not really the reason. I was being selfish. I wanted to eat those pineapples. So no more clinic, we said. Then the people let their sick babies die. They couldn't care less. Life was cheap over there. People with bad pneumonia would be coughing and begging us for medicine. We would say, "Nope. Remember, you stole our pineapples." "I didn't steal them," some would say. "It was the other guys that did it." They would go on coughing and begging. We couldn't take it any longer. I broke down and said, "Okay, tomorrow morning we will open the clinic again." When we opened the clinic, they started stealing the pineapples, and I felt bad again. Man, these rascals. But finally, we found out who was doing it. The guy who had planted them were stealing them. I called him on the carpet and said, "Look, buddy, what are you doing stealing my pineapples? You are my gardener." He said, "My hands plant them, my mouth eats them. That is the rule of the jungle. If they plant something, that is theirs. They had never heard of the idea for getting paid for their services. So he said, "They are all mine." I said, "Oh no, they are mine. I paid you to plant them." But he just couldn't understand how that made them my plants. I thought, well, what do I do now? It was the rule of their tribe. I'd better learn to live with their rule. So I said, all right, I'll give you half of these plants. Everything from here to over there is yours. I get everything from here to over there. He sounded like he was in agreement, but my pineapples still were stolen. Then I thought, maybe I should let them have all those pineapples and I'll get some new ones. But I knew that I would have to wait 3 more years. That was hard for me to do. Finally, I said, look, I will give you all these pineapples and then I will start all over again. Now you make a garden and you take all these pineapples out of my garden so I will have room to plant new ones. I don't want your pineapples in my garden if you feel they are yours. So they said, Tuan, which means foreigner in their language. You will have to pay us. I said, now look. No. They said, well, you are asking us to move your pineapple bushes, and that is work. Now they are mine, I said. All right, I'll pay you 1 day's work. Take them all away. Then they said, we don't have a garden ready. Will you pay us to get our garden ready? I said, forget it. I was so fed up again. I told my wife, this is impossible. I am just going to pay some guy to root them all up and throw them on the trash heap. Then if they want them, they can just take them. So we did. We rooted them all out of the ground and threw them on the trash heap. That was hard to do. They were nice pineapple bushes. Then I bought new plants. I said, now look, all you guys, I am going to pay you to plant them. But I eat them. Me and my family will eat them. You don't eat any. They said, you can't do that. If we plant them, we eat them. I said, look, I don't have time to mess with the garden. I have too much to do. There are so many of you and only one of me. You've got to help me. I want you to plant them, and I will eat them. I said, I will pay you. What do you want? How about this nice knife? Do you agree? They started to think. He will pay us that knife so he can eat our pineapples? Finally, they agreed. During the next 3 years, I reminded the guys who planted them. Look, who is going to eat these pineapples, I said. You are, they said. Fine, I said. Do you still have the knife? Yes, he said. I said, well, take good care of it. Because if he lost that knife, the pay is gone, and I would be in trouble. Finally, after 3 more years, the pineapples began to ripen. My wife and I walked through to see, wow, pretty soon we will have nice, juicy pineapples, all to ourselves. We start to thank God that He was providing for us. But do you know what happened? Every one of those pineapples were stolen. I would see the natives go through the garden in the daytime to spot where the pineapples were, and then at night they will know where to go right to them.